Any amount which is lent or borrowed, we call it as the principal amount. We find out what is R. So I use the same formula, SI equals PTR by 100. So 2250 equals 25,000 into 3 into R by 100. Whatever amount you pay extra, that is the interest, and it is often expressed as a percentage. When I simplify 2,50,000 divided by 12,500 into 2.5, I get R equals 8%. Hello everyone, I am Purnima, faculty in the Department of Commerce and Management, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. In this session, we will be having a discussion on commercial arithmetic and also will be working out a few problems on simple interest, compound interest and also discounting of bills. Now, let us have an understanding of the few concepts used here. So, first thing is principal. Now, what is this principal amount? This is the sum of money which is lent or borrowed. So, any amount which is lent or borrowed, we call it as the principal amount. Second one is interest. So, it is the extra money paid for taking the money as loan. So, whatever amount you pay extra, that is the interest, and it is often expressed as a percentage. So, the rate of interest will always be expressed as a percentage. Then, the time period for which the money is lent or the time period for which the money is returned with interest. Then, next one is simple interest is multiply the principal amount with the number of years and the rate of interest. So, we all are familiar with the formula for simple interest, that is PTR by 100. Then, next one. So, we have the simple interest formula here. So, this is equal to principal into time into rate of interest divided by 100, or we can write it as PTR by 100. The compound interest, in compound interest, the principal amount with the interest after the first unit of the time becomes the principal for the next unit. So, in the compound interest, the amount along with the interest becomes compounded, and on that we calculate the interest. So, when compounded annually for 2 years, the principal amount with the interest accrued at the end of first year becomes the principal for the second year. Then, compound interest formula, we have amount equals P into 1 plus R, that is rate of interest by 100 to the power of time period, that is A equals P into 1 plus I to the power N. So, P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power T when compounded annually. So, when you are paying interest only once, then you can use this formula. Sometimes the interest is calculated half yearly or quarterly. So, they may give interest twice in a year or 4 times in a year. So, when compounded semi-annually or half yearly, amount equals P into 1 plus R by 2 to the power of 2t, that is 2 times the time period. Suppose if it is compounded quarterly, then we divide the rate of interest by 4 and multiply the time period by 4. The present worth of the principal P due to t years hence is given by P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power t. Then, here we have a problem here. A sum of rupees 25,000 becomes 27,250 at the end of 3 years when calculated at simple interest. Find the rate of interest. Now, what is given here? P equals 25,000 and A. What is A? 27,250. Now, what is the difference between A minus P? A minus P equals simple interest. So, A minus P will be equal to 2,250 rupees. So, A minus P equals 2,250 rupees. Now, what is T here? T equals 3 years and we are supposed to calculate R. What is R? So, we know the formula. What is the formula for simple interest? That is PTR by 100. So, we know the simple interest is 2,250 50 rupees. So 2250 rupees equals 25,000 into 3 into R divided by 100. So I multiply this 22,250 into 100 equals 75,000 R. Now this will be equal to 225000 equals 75,000 R. So this will be equal to R equals 2,25,000 divided by 75,000. So I cancel all the zeros here. Then 5 ones are 5, 5 fives are 25. 5 fours are 20, 5 fives are 25. Then 15 threes are 3%. R equals 3% is the answer. So when we simplify this, I get R equals 3%. So 25,000 is the principal, amount is 27,250. So the difference between these two is 2,250. Time is 3 years. R equals. So we find out what is R. So I use the same formula, SI equals PTR by 100. So 2,250 equals 25,000 into 3 into R by 100. So this will be 2,25,000 equals 75,000 R. So when I simplify, I get R equals 3% is the answer. Now the next problem. Find the present worth of 78,000 due in 4 years at 5% interest per year. So here they have given us the present worth of rupees 78,000 due in 4 years at 5% interest per year. So amount equals 78,000. Okay. So now this 78,000 is inclusive of principal. So if I want interest will be 78,000 minus principal. So 78,000 minus principal, I get the simple interest. Now, suppose I have to calculate the simple interest. So I will write it as simple interest equals P into T into R by 100. Okay, so I know the simple interest is 78,000 minus P. So this is the simple interest. So the difference between the amount and the principal is the simple interest. Now I don't know P. I write P as it is. Now what is T here? T is 4 years. Then what is the rate of interest? 5. 5 by 100. So when I simplify this, I get 78,000 minus P equals, so both of them gets cancelled. So this will be P by 5. So 78,000 minus P equals P by 5. Now I write this 78,000 as it is equals P by 5 plus P. Now when I just add these both, I get, so this will be equal to 6P by 5. 6P by 5. Now the next step is I multiply 78,000 into 5 equals 6P. So this will be 5 zeros are 0, 0, 0. 5 eights are 40, 0. 7 fives are 35, 39. 3,90,000 equals 6P. P will be equal to 3,90,000 divided by 6. So this will be 6 6 are 36, 6 5s are 30, 65,000. So P equals 65,000. So that is the present worth. So we got P as 65,000. Now we can find the interest. Now I know the amount is 78,000 minus 65,000 equals 13,000. So 13,000 is the simple interest. Now the next problem. A certain principal amounts to rupees 15,000 in 2.5 years and 16,500 in 4 years at the same rate of interest. Find the rate of interest. So they have not given us the principal amount. They have also not given the rate of interest. They have just given the amount itself and they have given us the time period. So with the help of this, we have to find what is the rate of interest. So a certain principal amounts to rupees 15,000 in 2.5 years and 16,500 in 4 years at the same rate of interest. Find the rate of interest. Now, what is given here? The amount becomes 15,000 in 2.5 years and it becomes 16,500 in 4 years. So, the simple interest equals 4 minus 2.5 is 1.5 years equals 16,500 minus 15,000, that is 1,500. So, we know that the simple interest for 1.5 years is 1,500. So, what is the simple interest for 2.5 years? So, 1,500 into 2.5 by 1.5. So, this will be equal to this will be equal to 1,500 into 0.5 by 0.3, 2,500. Now, so we have the simple interest for 1.5 years is 1,500. So, for 2.5 years, how much? So, 2.5 into 1,500 by 1.5, I get 2,500. So, 2,500 is the simple interest. Now, I'll find the principal. So, for 15,000 minus 2,500, it becomes 12,500. So, this becomes the principal. So, 2,500 becomes the principal amount. Now, we have to calculate the rate of interest. So, we will write, so 2,500 equals 12,500 into 2.5 into R by 100. So, this will be 2,500 into 100 equals 12,500 into 2.5 R. So, this will be 2,50,000 divided by 12,500 into 2.5 equals R. So, when I simplify this, I get R equals 8%. So, when I simplify 2,50,000 divided by 12,500 into 2.5, I get R equals 8%. So, we found the rate of interest. Now, the next one, find the compound interest on rupees 3,000 at 5% for 2 years compounded annually. So, what is P here? P equals 3,000, then R equals 5%. Now, if I want I should divide 5 by 100. So, that will be equal to 0.05. Then N equals 2 years. Now, A equals P into 1 plus I to the power n. So A will be equal to 3000 into 1 plus 0.05 to the power 2. So A equals 3000 into 1.05 to the power 2. So when you multiply these both, I get 3307.5. So amount equals 3307.5. Then compound interest will be 3307.5 minus 3000. So this will be 307.5 is the answer. Now find the compound interest on rupees 10,000 at 12% rate of interest compounded half yearly. So we know the formula A equals P into 1 plus I to the power n. Now P equals 10,000, then R equals 12%, I equals 12 by 100, that is 0.12, then n equals 1 year, compounded half yearly. So interest is compounded half yearly. So I get A equals, now I know what is P here, 10,000. 10,000 into 1 plus 1.2. 0.12 to the power. So it is compounded half yearly. So divided by 2 into 1 into 2. So A will be equal to 10,000 into 1 plus 0.06 to the power of 2. Or A will be equal to 10,000 into 1.06 to the power 2. 11,236. So compound interest will be 11,236 minus 10,000, that is 1,236 is the answer. Now we go to the next problem here. A sum of rupees 50,000 is borrowed and the rate of interest is 10% per annum. What is the compound interest for 5 years? So we know the formula A equals P into 1 plus I to the power n. So A equals, what is P here? 50,000 into 1 plus I. I is 0.10 to the power n. So this will be equal to 50,000 into 1.1 to the power 5. So 50,000 into, what is 1.1 to the power 5? So 1.1 into 1.1 into 1.1 into 1.1 into 1.1. So that will be 1.61051. So into 50,000 equals, so this comes up to 80,525. So 50,000 into 1.1 to the power 5. So 1.1 into 1.1 into 1.1 into 1.1 into 1.1 equals, I get 1.61051. So into 50,000 equals 80525.5. So this is the amount. The compound interest will be 80,525.5 minus 50,000. So that comes up to 30,525 rupees. Now, hope you have followed this. So A equals P into 1 plus I. So when you substitute the values, you get 80,525. With this, we come to the end of this session. Hope you have followed. Thank you.